Right, we're joined with Alice Quarry from the Art House Gallery at the Ode Street Centre. Firstly, Alice, welcome along to the show.
Thank you very much.
Now, could you tell us, what is the Art House Gallery?
The Art House Gallery is part of Ode Street Centre. It's a unique gallery concept which we do exhibitions of local artists together with collections that have come from Europe and different parts of the UK. It's very designer orientated, and we really like the idea that we're able to promote local artists and give them a forum for their work, some of them who are incredibly talented.
What is your role at the gallery?
I have many roles. I actually run the whole centre, but the gallery is mainly run by members of my staff under me. I do all the directing, I do the choosing of the artists, and obviously all the buying of the collections.
How did the Art House Gallery start, Alice?
About 7 years ago, I had the idea of having a gallery. Initially, we weren't going to have the gallery at Ode Street. We were looking for other venues, and we looked in Brighton, we looked in Whitstable, and we couldn't find any premises that were suitable. Everything seemed to be too small. We didn't have any good light, open space. And having looked at various places and not found anything, I suddenly realised actually there was space at Ode Street, and so we actually built the gallery ourselves. And it's gone from there. It's been fantastic because it's given a big strength to Ode Street, made it far more interesting, more diverse, and obviously has attracted a lot of extra visitors as a result.
We are talking to Alice Quarry at the Art House Gallery, which is based in the Ode Street Centre, here at BRFM on the Monday Night Community Show. We're joined back with Alice Quarry from the Art House Gallery, which is based at the Ode Street Centre. Can you tell us more about that?
The centre comprises of a very nice restaurant, which started as a tea room and now is both a tea room and a fully a la carte restaurant. We cook everything in-house ourselves. There's no pre-cooked food. I have an excellent chef, and as a result we have really amazing food. We have so many people who come and eat here, and having found us, they tend to come back because they know that they get very good personal service from my team of waiters and waitresses, together with a backup from the kitchen. I then have a very extensive gift shop which has everything for everybody. It's not particularly expensive, so you can buy your little knickknacks to something that is rather more substantial, and this of course is a lead on then into the gallery, which is much more designer orientated, so there's something for everyone. A lot of people come up here, especially in the summer, and you'll see them here. They may be here at 11 o'clock, and at 4 o'clock you'll still see them. They've found so many things to do. Sometimes they'll sit out in the courtyard, or even go for a walk, because there's lots of country walks in the area, which means they'll go away and they'll come back, and very often, having had lunch, you'll see them later in the afternoon enjoying our cream teas, which are renowned. I have an excellent baker who makes the scones, which we serve only with our homemade jams.
What kind of work is on display at the gallery?
At the moment we've got a Kentish exhibition, which we have never really done so thoroughly before. We've had local artists doing local scenes, but this time it's totally designated to Kentish scenes and Kentish artists, many of which are based in Swale. We have our most local artist is John Bostock, who has exhibited with me over the years in various other exhibitions. We've got Nigel Wallace, who we've had his prints in the shop for many years, and he has now diversed into sort of a poster orientated pictures, which are amazing. Together with Geoffrey Hall, who is a very well-known artist who actually lives in the Gillingham area, of which we've had his prints before. Now this time we have his originals, together with local photographers, and it's just been the most amazing exhibition, which has been really, really well received.
So if our listeners would like to see this current exhibition, when is it on to?
This exhibition finishes at the last day of February, and that then is followed. We do exhibitions that last for 2 months at a time. So after the Kentish one, we will be doing a textile exhibition, which has some amazing work. It's not so much local. This is a national exhibition, and we have a lot of people from the Midlands, Derbyshire, that sort of area,
yep,
who bring things down. They seem to be more textile orientated than we are locally. That is followed by a floral exhibition, which we have always done every year. It's to celebrate summertime in Kent. And this is not fresh flowers. We have a lot of silk, ready-made flower arrangements, together with floral art in the form of pictures and other medias. After that, we will have a mixed media exhibition, which is just a general one. There'll probably be some Kentish work in that, together with a lot of other diverse things. The following 2 months will be a photographic exhibition, which again we have been promoting for some time. Photographs seem to be an art form that is misaligned. People sometimes think it's not really an art form, but when you see what people can do with the camera and the finished enhancements, it is quite a diverse form of art. Then that leads us up to the end of the year for November, December, which will be mixed media again, which gives us a good format for people to be able to come and buy presents for Christmas. Now, all these exhibitions, they're not mega expensive. There are always works of art that are reasonable, together with obviously some quite amazing ones, which of course will be more expensive.
We are talking to Alice Quarry, the Art House Gallery, part of the Ode Street Centre, here at BRFM on the Monday Night Community Show. We're talking to Alice Quarry here at BRFM on the Monday Night Community Show. We're talking all about the Art House Gallery based at the Ode Street Centre. Now, Alice, how can our listeners find out how to get their work into the gallery?
This is done in a very informal way. I ask artists to bring samples of their work for me to see. Sometimes the standard may not be suitable, or it could be just that there are subjects that don't work so well for us. My job initially was as a buyer, so I have to look at works of art in a slightly commercial way so that we are representing artists to customers who are likely to buy their work, because otherwise the artist feels deflated if they're not selling their work, having gone to the trouble of presenting it in a good way. I will always be very constructive in how I deal with any artist coming in, and sometimes they can have amazing work that wouldn't be suitable for me, and hopefully I'm able to direct them in the right direction, so they have an idea of how they should be able to sell their works.
What is the Artist Quarter?
Well, when we opened the gallery, we decided that part of what we wanted to do was to be able to promote local art. Now, obviously, we had to have room for our collections and other things that we had put together. So we decided we would give quarter of the gallery to local art. Hence the word Artist Quarter.
How can our listeners find out where you're based, and do you have a website and contact details?
Yes, we have a fairly constructive website, which hopefully we have up to date virtually all the time. If you go on to www.arthousegallery.co.uk. Now, that website not only is for Art House, it links into the Ode Street Centre, and in fact if you go www.odestreetcentre.co.uk, you will go into the whole centre, but one is linked to the other and they're very easy to work around and see exactly what we're doing.
How can our listeners find you?
Well, we are a little bit off the beaten track, but it's not that difficult. We're a mile and a half from the A249, just south of the M2 roundabout. We are directed from the A249 up the hill in the direction of Borden. Now, one of the things that people think of is Ode Street is part of a town, but it's not. Ode Street is a hamlet of Borden, and you come to Ode Street just before you get to the village of Borden on the way to Sittingbourne.
And I know there are directions on your website as well.
There are indeed.
Alice, I'd like to thank you very much for speaking to us here at BRFM.
Thank you.
That's Alice Quarry telling us all about the Art House Gallery at the Ode Street Centre here at the Monday Night Community Show.